Afternoon, everyone. It's our topic lesson today. So we have been focusing on Australia, and specifically we were looking at the capital city of Australia. Do you remember what is the capital city of Australia? Do you remember? Squishy? Oh, Squishy remembers. Yep, you're absolutely right, Squishy. It's Canberra. And we were comparing the city of Canberra to the small market town Winslow. We were looking at the similarities and the differences between the two. Now, we're still focusing on Australia, but today we're going to be thinking about the Daintree Rainforest. So there is a rather large rainforest in Australia, and it is called the Daintree. I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to show you where exactly this is. I'm not going to show you this video just yet. So, here we go. Just check that I am sharing my screen. There we go. So hopefully you can see now. So this is Australia, as you can see. All of this is Australia. Now, Australia is split up into different states. Got Western Australia, Northern Territory, South Australia, New South Wales, and then this part here is all called Queensland. Queensland is where you will find the Daintree Rainforest. So as you can see, it's up in this top right corner. All of this bit along here is the Daintree Rainforest. So there are lots of rainforests around the world. The biggest one is called the Amazon rainforest, but we're going to be focusing on just the Daintree rainforest. But just to make you aware, there are other rainforests as well. But this is the one in Australia, and as you can see, it runs all the way along here, next to this blue stuff. What do you think this is? Absolutely, you're right, year two. This is the ocean. This is the water. So it runs alongside next to the ocean. Now, I'm going to show you a little video to show you what it's like in the Daintree Rainforest. And I want you to have a think about all the things that you notice in this little clip that I'll show you. What do you notice? Have a little think, and then you can tell the screen after we've watched it what you think. Okay, I'm just going to pause it there. So what were some of the things that you noticed? Pause the video and tell the screen what you noticed. Well done, year two. You came up with some really good ideas there. Some of the things that I noticed were that the trees are incredibly tall. There's lots and lots of greenery, lots of leaves. The trees are the tallest I've seen, and I also noticed that there were lots of waterfalls. So there's lots of water for animals to drink who live there. I also noticed that there was a lot of rain. There's lots of rainfall in the rainforest, as you can tell by the name. And I also noticed just how many trees there really were. There are thousands of trees that cover the entire rainforest. I also noticed some what are called vines. I don't know if you saw them on the tree. They're like thin bits of greenery that the monkeys can swing from and other animals can attach themselves to. So there are lots of vines in the rainforest as well. Okay, well done. Right, I'm just going to tell you a little bit of information about the Daintree Rainforest now. So I'll just share my PowerPoint. Okay, so we had a little look already at where the Daintree Rainforest is. The Daintree Rainforest is north of Cairns in the far north of Queensland, Australia. How big is the Daintree Rainforest? Well, this is a really interesting fact. So the Daintree Rainforest is home to the largest amount of plants and animals on Earth. It's about 1,200 square kilometres. So in the whole world, the Daintree Rainforest has the largest amount of plants and animals. That's a really cool fact. I'm going to remember that one. So here are some animals that you might find in the Daintree Rainforest. This is called the Southern Cassowary. I hope I've said that one right. So this bird eats fallen fruits, including many types which are poisonous to humans. The bottom claw on each foot is very long and sharp. The birds will strike out with these when they're defending their home or if they're defending themselves from other animals or humans. Gosh, they look really interesting, don't they? They've got that big thing on their head, got beautiful colours. Very unique bird. Now, another animal that you would find in the Daintree Rainforest is called a tree kangaroo. So they look a bit different to the normal kangaroo that you would probably think of. But these are called tree kangaroos, and they come from the same family as the kangaroos that probably come to your mind, but they're a bit different because they've adapted to spend their lives in the trees of the Daintree Rainforest. Tree kangaroos are not nocturnal, but they're cathameral, which means they're active for short amounts of time, both in the day or at night. Nocturnal are animals that stay up in the night and sleep during the day. After too much activity, they like to have a nap. They obviously get tired quite easily. Another animal that you would find in the Daintree Rainforest is actually a type of bird. So a double-eyed fig parrot is one of Australia's smallest parrots, and they eat almost entirely figs, hence the name fig parrot. Now, this one's a really interesting animal. This is called a Boyd's forest dragon. Now, they have a body temperature lower than any other rainforest lizard in this area, so that they're not seen by pythons. Pythons are a big snake. Pythons can see warm-blooded prey more easily. So these forest dragons are very clever because their body temperature is much lower, which means they're less likely to be seen by a python. Very clever. Okay, so those are just a few animals you might find in the Daintree Rainforest, but there are lots more. And I'm going to show you a little video clip now of some of the other animals that you might find in the Daintree Rainforest. So I'm going to skip forward little bits because I don't want the video to be too long, just to show you the different animals that you might find. So you might find some spiders in the Daintree Rainforest. You might also find other insects as well. fish, as you can see, and some crabs. Because we said, didn't we, that the Daintree Rainforest runs alongside the ocean. So you would see beach and sand as well, and that's where the crabs would be. Some butterflies as well. You'd see lots of butterflies in the Daintree Rainforest. Some with lots of beautiful colours as well. You also might find some frogs and some toads. I'll show that in a minute. Oh, they're just showing some of the leaves there that are moving when they're touched. Here you go, you'll see a toad there. You might see some frogs too. I don't know if you can spot this, but on the tree there, can you see? There's a very large looking lizard that was kind of camouflaged itself on that tree there to try and escape from any predators. So a lot of the lizards and some other animals, the colour of their skin is very cleverly sort of brown or green colours so that they can blend in with their surroundings, like this one as well, so that they're less likely to be found by any predators. And lots of birds in the Daintree Rainforest as well, particularly kingfisher birds. There's lots of varieties of those in the Daintree Rainforest too. Okay, we'll leave it there. So let me just stop screen sharing there. Okay, so I'm going to explain your activity now, but I'm going to show you that in the next video because sometimes my Zoom video freezes when I try and share a video. So I might have frozen now, I'm not sure, but I'm going to do a separate video to show you the activity that you will complete. Okay, so please look at part 2 in a moment.